All right, here's another winter garden update coming from Oakland, California, zone 10A. Today is January 13th, Thursday, January 13th. So first, let's just look from here. I built this arbor. It's with untreated redwood 2x4s and galvanized cattle panel. It's about 16 feet because there's two 8-foot cattle panels, but then they're buried 10 inches or so. So it's about, almost 16 feet all the way up. I have sugar snap peas on this side and tall telegraph shelling peas on this side. They're doing really well, lots of flowers, lots of pea pod production on this side, not so much over here yet. Let's just start over here. My garlic's only been in the ground 5 or 6 weeks, and look how great it's doing. I love it. It's so encouraging, so pretty. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6 by, I forget now, 1, 2, 3, 12. 6 by 12 should be early Italian softneck. The last 3, so 1, 2, 3, 3 by 12, are the Russian Inferno. That's a hardneck type of garlic. A bunch of onions that are getting really thick stems. I mean, these stems are thicker than my finger, but they're not really bulbing up yet. So maybe further into spring they'll bulb up. I have another type of green onion right here that's doing pretty well. I have a type of turnip that is not doing well. I will probably pull that and scratch it. Squirrels keep digging up my lawn and they keep digging it up over here, but I have baby carrots that are doing okay. And then I had beets, baby beets, or beet seeds that I planted through there and then in there. And they're moving slow, but also you can see all this torn up stuff is from the squirrels. I have a couple of fig trees that I cut, that I made cuttings from, and then I rooted them out. A boysenberry and a blackberry that I need to find homes for somewhere, space in the yard somewhere. Rosemary we use often. Oregano we use often. Let's try to find you a couple of pods. Here's a couple of pods. Oops. The tall telegraph. Not really thick. The pods are there, but I want the seeds to mature more. Again, that one's a shelling pea. Over here we have a couple different kinds of beets. I'll probably pull this golden beet today. That's a big one. That's looking good. This is just a blank spot, but I'm germinating cabbage right now. I'll probably put one Chinese style Napa cabbage in there. More beets that are kind of just slowly moving. Let's check out these cauliflowers because I should wrap that up. That's getting direct sunlight. Look how big and pretty that's getting. There's another one over here. And behind them are the cabbages that are getting nice and tight. This one's ready for harvest. I'm gonna wait till I pick up my little girl from preschool at 1, so I have like 2 hours before I pick her up, and then she'll help me harvest. I have Brussels sprouts that are doing really well. These plants are super short, less than one foot. That one over there is also a Brussels sprout. This one and this one I started from seeds. Brussels sprouts, super short, but look, there's lots of Brussels sprouts. So that's pretty cool, right? Another brassica I started from seed. Old-timey blue collard, and I think it's really tasty. We don't eat enough of it, but it's doing well. Passion fruit's not really performing much over winter, but I'm not expecting it to. Let's come over to this bed. First thing in this bed is another hardneck garlic. This one's music. I have a little bit of dill. Another patch of beets that I staggered that just aren't doing that well. I don't know why the beets aren't doing really well. More beets that I'm waiting to pop up over here. Maybe beets just don't like this. This bed is really rich with nitrogen. It has a lot of fresh compost in there. So I'm wondering if roots don't really want to do well in here. Some daikon radishes. I have 4 different kinds of carrots. Uzbek golden, new Kuroda, black nebula, and long rouge sang, I think is gonna be the last one. long rouge thing. But if you've ever grown carrots, you know they're super slow. A whole bunch of French, what do you call them? Breakfast radishes. Guy brain farting on the word. Radishes are all popping up really nice and uniform. I have a few minor lettuce plants in here. I love this stuff. Where's the big outside? This one's a good mature one. Tastes more like spinach than it does lettuce. It's really, really delicious stuff. Speaking of lettuce and spinach, I have Bloomsdale spinach, Lola Rosa, bronze arrowhead, Australian yellow leaf, and gold rush lettuce. I just germinated and brought out here black seeded Simpson, so that's what those 6 are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's keep moving over here. I have an artichoke plant that a big old branch from the oak tree fell and wiped out a few of the big branches, so it's in recovery mode. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I had 11 originally. There's probably one right here. See, that's probably squirrel damage again. Yeah, the squirrels dig holes in here, man. I hate them. But this is a butter crunch type of a lettuce. This is May Queen. I'm gonna harvest these today with my little girl when she gets home. I have 4 purple lady bok choys in here. These are gorgeous. I might make those into kimchi. I love fermenting things. I might make this into kimchi. I might make the cabbage over there into sauerkraut. A couple of dormant figs already went dormant. Actually, I have 2 smaller ones I tucked back there, then the Nero 600M and the Violet de Bordeaux, an improved brown turkey, and a white Adriatic. Oh, right. Still more to show. Then over here we had landscapers help me remove a whole bunch of invasive ivy that was over here, so we have a whole bunch of dirt. So for now I'm making it just a potted plant part of the garden. These 6 are 10-gallon pots in the fabric pots, and those are all potatoes. I planted 1 pound of 6 different types of potatoes in there. I'd have to look at the date, but it's been 5 or 6 weeks now. It's been a minute. But everything's sprouting, even these 2 that don't look really hot, they are all sprouting. Can I zoom in? Maybe I can't zoom in. That's a little sprout. So they are all officially sprouting. All 6 varieties of potatoes. Here's a dormant overwintering pepper, some thyme. I started a whole bunch of parsley from seed, so I'm gonna have to thin that out when they get a little bit bigger. What else do I have to show off? These are both a golden raspberry. They're in 17-gallon barrels right now, but I'll probably try to find a spot on the ground for them. I already talked about the figs and blackberries. Just from my local Ace Garden Center. You know, your local Ace Garden Center is an amazing resource. Gold Nugget Mandarin, wonderful pomegranate, and little cado. So this is an avocado tree, but it doesn't get very big. It's gonna max out like at 10 or 12 feet tall. So, and that's untrimmed, so I'm gonna manage it. So hopefully it'll really only be like 7 to 10 feet tall. My blueberries are dormant. I have blueberries beyond the fence that are also dormant. I can show you that in a minute. And get back to you when we do the harvest when the kiddo's here. May as well do a complete tour. So these 3, they're open bottom. These are fire pits. These have 3 blueberry plants in them. I went to a local nursery and I bought these native plants to go. I'll show you in a minute. This is a blue lupine. This is yerba mate, yerba buena. This is a red type of yarrow. I've never seen red yarrow. I have a really pretty white and pink one that are both dormant in the back right now. This is yellow-eyed grass. This is white. I have a couple of white sages. I grew these 2 from seed. I really love how bushy they're already getting. These are both purple flowering sage. These are also native flowers. Got a lot of composting going on. I have my tumbler right here. So right now in the tumbler is only grass clippings and fallen leaves because I'm trying to separate what I'm making. Hard to pick up on the camera. But then over here is more of my bulk compost. So that's all the like general yard waste, and I even have cardboard in there, and somebody threw a cup in there that has to be removed. But I have a lot more space to work with right now over here. This is where the chicken coop will eventually go. Here's our lemons. Oh, the 2 espalier apple trees that I have to find a home for somewhere in the yard. Let me show you something else. So I'm super proud of this little fruit tree right here. This is a 4-gallon cloth pot, and this thing's not quite 2 feet tall, but this is an apricot that I grew from a pit. So I have no idea what the fruit's gonna taste like, but it's beautiful structure because I've been growing it since it was, you know, a pit. So I have really beautiful growth on there. This will find its way into the ground around here somewhere soon. This whole area used to just be invasive ivy. I paid somebody to help me remove it. I'm gonna put mostly native flowers in here, but I also put a few bare root fruit trees just the other day. Now I have 5 types of figs with the panache fig. I have a Santa Rosa plum. And I've never actually eaten an Izu persimmon, but it's non-astringent. It's supposed to be very similar to a fuyu, so I'm excited to have it.